I don't know. I was thinking of doing a live because I really don't have anything in particular I want to talk about. My thoughts are pretty scattered, and it's very difficult to feel as though I have the energy or even inclination to maintain control of my trajectory. I feel like I'm in orbit. It's unpleasant. I've been making a lot of food lately, like trying out recipes and not eating. It's food that I make for Dig. That's been kind of fulfilling, like, in a very minuscule way. It's been helpful just to have something to do during the day. And it's not like I'm bereft of things to do. There's so much shit that needs to be done. There's so much shit that I have to do. It's just that I can't concentrate enough to do any one thing in particular besides cooking because it has a pretty quick turnaround compared to some of the other things that plague me in my to-do list. There's been a lot of shootings, right? Like a lot of people have been getting shot up. Like what the fuck is up with that? And like why is like the United States so bad about it? It's That's bizarre. And like I was thinking about it cuz for my job, I travel kind of a lot. And there was the lady in, I want to say, New York, where she made a mistake and went to the wrong house. She pulled up into the wrong driveway, and as she was leaving, she got shot at and was killed. That shit has happened to me so fucking often. I mean, not getting shot at or even like getting people's attention, but I pull up in the wrong driveway all the fucking time, y'all. I do it a lot. Either by mistake because it's the wrong address or to turn around. Like that happens a fucking lot, and it's crazy to think that like there's so little that stands between me and my untimely end. That's fucking wild. And it made me think of, like, I don't have a whole lot of horror stories from my job. All my like memorable stories to do with my job are pretty positive. They're actually very positive because people are typically wonderful to me. I There's so few times where I've had poor experiences. Um, but this one in particular, it was a little bit odd. And like it's closer to being a horror story than it is to being like a harrowing or uncomfortable or I don't know, like socially, some kind of commentary to be said about It's not really that. Um, I remember I was it Tennessee? I think I was in Tennessee, and I had to travel a lot out to Waverly. Waverly is in like central Tennessee or West Tennessee. It's west of Nashville. That's where I was staying. I don't even think it was Waverly. I don't think it was Waverly. I think it was something else. It was the sticks though. It was the middle of fucking nowhere that I had to go out to. And typically I like those kind of drives. Down like, a 2 lane country road. Those are so fucking nice, especially in the mountains, where it's just trees and sun. I love that experience. This one was towards the end of the afternoon. like the sun was setting when I left, and the drive up there was nice. I can't remember where the fuck was it. I would let y'all know where it was if I could remember. It wasn't Waverly. But I'm driving out into the middle of nowhere to meet this guy to look at his house, and he tells me to park at his mailbox. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. Because his driveway is like a mile long, and it's along this creek. He has like it's a beautiful piece of land that he lives on, um, where he has like little waterfalls and a watering hole. Um, his family would go swimming there. It was very nice, but because of the flooding and the storm, it was all fucked up, and it was undrivable. Like I couldn't drive my car on his driveway because it was completely washed out, and chunks of it were missing. Uh, and I think I was driving a Prius. It can be kind of difficult to maneuver a an SUV in a place where there's been a disaster. But I have my little fucking car that I park, and it matters where I park. There's this like winding country road that we go down, and I take a right, and I almost passed his house. I almost missed it, but I was able to right myself and park my car. So my car is facing the way that I came, and the back of my car is, facing the woods. So I'm sitting in my car in this wooded kind of spooky area, where there's nothing in sight. Like it's just trees. You can't see a house. You can see his mailbox. He has like a little fucking machine in his front yard for excavating shit. But you can't see anything. You can't see neighbors. There's no animals. There's nothing. And he comes the same direction that I came in. And so we're facing each other when he pulls up. And I remember him saying something about, oh, your car is from, I think it was Oregon. And so he thought I was coming from Oregon. I was like, no, absolutely not. Because it's a rental car, it's wherever it came from. Whoever dropped it off, wherever they came from, that's where the car's from. We do the inspection. Like, I get in his truck and we drive the whole length of his fucked up ass driveway, it's a good mile. It's a little over a mile, and it's really nice, but you can tell it's definitely seen better days. And so I do the inspection, and he's kind of he's a Trump guy. He's very very conservative and very vocal about his disdain for immigrants. And honestly, when like politics and shit kind of crops up in my job, I don't feed into it. I try to de-escalate as much as possible and to talk about the business at hand, because I I fucking hate being in like arguments with people. I just don't like it. And so I don't say shit about my beliefs or whatever when talking to people that are like super whatever political stance that they have, because I just do not want that smoke. I don't want that smoke, honestly. Y'all. And you can call me a coward. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to have that conversation with anybody ever. So after the inspection and like his mini fucking manifesto about how fucking immigrants are ruining America, I get in my car and I realize that homeboy came from my direction. He came from the same direction I did. So there's no way he could have seen my license plate to know my car is from Oregon, because there's nothing on the front saying it's from Oregon. I'm thinking about that for a good fucking 45 minutes driving back to my hotel. How the fuck did he know where my car was from if he never saw it? Like, was does he have agents out there like looking at my car? And of course, I've had experiences where I'm in danger but it's mostly because of the condition of a house where like the floorboards are fucked up and there's danger of falling through. But this is the only time I was like legit creeped out because not only was my car not facing him, I was pushed up because like the space in front of his driveway where his mailbox was is very small. And so like my car was backed up into some brush. And so the only way he could have seen my license plate is if he got out of his car, walked to the back and moved the leaves and twigs and shit out of the way to see it. How in the fuck did he know? How did he know? And now thinking about it more, that was fucking crazy. Like, what if, what if though? What if? Because like this is like the middle of nowhere where no one can hear you scream. I have like no bars on my phone. Like I had to preset my GPS every day for my job, especially when I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I put in every location that I plan to be at, including my hotel when I go back home. I put that into my GPS at the beginning of the day because I could very easily run into a place where I have no bars, and if I put in a new address, it's not going to be able to calculate how to get there. So I have to put in every single place I'm going to go that day. And this was definitely one of those places where I had no signal to put in an address if I had to put in an address. But luckily I had already put it in. But holy shit. That freaked me the fuck out, y'all. So yeah, this has kind of been a rambly story time. I feel a little bit better after that. Maybe I'll try to do something today. We'll see. Till next time.